Here's a picture that was taken on the moon during Apollo 17. Now Bart Siebrel and Jarrah White have both published videos saying this picture must be a fake. They say that this shadow and this shadow point at 90 degrees to each other, which means two light sources were used. In addition, Jarrah White says this rock here has two shadows, indicating a third light source must have been used. Actually, there's nothing wrong with this picture, and this video is going to show you how you can prove that for yourself. Now here's a photograph someone sent Jarrah White, which shows that it is possible to get shadows at funny angles using just the sun as a light source. Jarrah White rejected this, though, on the grounds that the angle between the shadows didn't exactly match those in the Apollo photograph. However, it's actually dead easy to make a measurement that shows who's right. Look at the bucket. Notice this corner on the bucket has cast this corner on the shadow. Draw a line that passes through them, and the line passes straight through the shadow of the camera. You can do the same thing with the bottom corner of the bucket. There's the corner, there's the shadow, there's the line, straight through the shadow of the camera. If you blow the image up, you can just about do the same thing with the two stones as well. This trick always works. A straight line from a specific point on an object to the corresponding point on the shadow and then extended will pass through the shadow of the camera. Here we have one of Jarrah White's own pictures. There's one place on it where you can do the same trick. Notice the end of the lid on the bin and the shadow of the same point. Draw the line, it passes through the shadow of the camera. In another of his pictures you can see the end of a strap that's dangling down and its shadow. Draw the line, and again it passes through the shadow of the camera. Armed with this trick, let's have another look at the NASA photo. Start with the rock whose shadow was at 90 degrees to the main shadow. You can see a distinctive lump on the rock and the shadow of the same point. Draw the line and it passes straight through the astronaut's chest, which is where the camera was mounted. If the shadows look a bit strange to you, look at Jamesbooty's video, which explains how shadows go in funny directions when the ground isn't flat. There are actually quite a number of places on this picture where you can try this trick. Here are about half of the ones that I managed to find. And as for that rock that seems to have two shadows, one of them is a real shadow, but the other one can't be because all the little rocks nearby have only one shadow. It's actually a hole in the ground. So now you know how to prove there's nothing wrong with the lighting in this picture. But you don't need to take anyone's word for it. You can photograph your own shadow, and you can download a copy of this picture and try it for yourself. There's really nothing wrong with this picture. It looks genuine.